Within the mist-shrouded forests of the Freljord, where the cold bites at your skin and the firelight flickers as a beacon of warmth and survival, there is a young girl whose flame burns brighter than any hearth. She is Annie, a child of innocence, yet one with a power so terrifying it has sparked fear in even the most hardened of hearts. Annie is no ordinary child. Beneath her playful demeanor and the warmth of her fiery companion lies an untamed force of destruction, an ancient magic that burns with the intensity of 1,000 suns. With her beloved bear Tibbers by her side, Annie's path has been shaped by both love and tragedy, her heart as fragile as the flames she wields. But the story of Annie is more than just one of untamed power. It is a story of a young girl lost in a world that fears her, a journey through hardship, and a search for connection in a land that has long shown her only cruelty. She has learned to harness the fire within her, but will she ever learn to control the fire within her heart? This is the tale of Annie, the Pyromancer, the child of fire, and the force of nature whose heart may just burn as brightly as the flames she commands.
Don't remember much about her face, but I remember the warmth of her arms. She used to tell me stories about fire and how it could be both comforting and dangerous. But now, there's only the flames I make, and the flames that keep me warm. Where did she go? I've asked so many times, but no one will answer me. They just say she's gone. But I remember her voice. She was the only one who wasn't afraid of me. She said I had a gift of fire.
Annie was born into the frozen, harsh wilderness of the Freljord, a land where survival meant strength, and compassion was often a rare gift. She grew up among the towering trees and snow-covered landscapes, but unlike most children, she did not have the comfort of a warm family to return to after the cold days. Instead, Annie's earliest memories were filled with the crackle of fire, the burning warmth that kept her alive, and the figure of her mother, who disappeared when she was still very young. Her mother had been a practitioner of magic, a magic that flowed from the depths of the world, fire that could warm, consume, and destroy. But her mother's disappearance left Annie in the care of those who could neither protect nor understand her. And so, Annie learned to fend for herself. As Annie grew older, she discovered that her gift was not something easily controlled. The fire inside her grew, fueled by both her emotions and the sorrows of her past. Sometimes it would spark in moments of anger, catching things ablaze with little warning. In the deep forests of the Freljord, she was left to wander alone, her temper and her magic unrestrained. It was during one of these outbursts that she first summoned Tibbers, a bear, not made of flesh and bone, but of living flame, summoned from the depths of Annie's burning emotions.
I didn't mean to do it. I was just so angry. I didn't know what to do with it. So I just let it go. And then he appeared. I didn't know how to stop. He was just there, a big, fiery bear. His eyes were so soft, and I knew right then that I wasn't alone anymore. Tibbers, he's my friend, and he'll always be with me. The fire, it's not just bad, it's mine.
But with Tibbers at her side, Annie's troubles had only just begun. Her power grew, and so did the fear that others felt when they saw her. The villages she passed through whispered of a girl who could summon destruction with a glance. Some feared her as a monster. Others sought to control her, thinking that with her power they could wield the very forces of nature for their own gain. Yet Annie was never truly evil. She was simply a child trying to find her place in a world that feared her.
I don't understand why they're afraid of me. I just want to play. I just want to be with people who aren't scared of me. But every time I try, The fire, it comes out, and they run away. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to make friends. Is that so wrong?
One day, Annie encountered a group of travelers, a family on the edge of the Freljord, seeking shelter from the cold. At first, they seemed like others, ready to run at the sight of her flames. But one of them, a kind-hearted woman, didn't back away. She reached out to Annie, offering warmth and comfort instead of fear. The kindness of this stranger, however, could not shield Annie from the overwhelming power that surged within her. When her emotions flared, the flames rose once again, and, before she knew it, she had destroyed everything in her path, leaving nothing but charred remnants of what had once been a promise of hope.
I didn't mean it. I didn't want to hurt anyone. But the fire, it was too much. I lost control. They said I was a monster. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. Why is this happening to me? I just want to be loved. I want to make things right.
The flames inside Annie continued to rage, but they also became a part of her, a part of who she was. She learned to control them, but the journey was not an easy one. Along her path, she encountered those who feared her, those who tried to exploit her magic, and those who offered her a chance at something more, a family, acceptance, and perhaps a place where the fires of her past could be tamed. Yet no matter where she went, Annie remained a child, a girl who had witnessed too much loss, too much pain, but whose heart still yearned for warmth and companionship. Her power was both a gift and a curse, but her hope burned brighter than the fiercest flame.
I'll never stop searching. I won't give up on finding a place where I belong. And when I do, Tibbers and we'll be ready to protect it with all the fire we have. I may be just a little girl, but I'm not afraid anymore. The fire is mine, and no one can take it away from me.